So historical societies all over the country began to dig up their white heroes and start putting up plaques in honor of the white heroes who fight against slavery, so that it wouldn't look all bad. So in the late 70s, early 80s, you start seeing plaques for all of the white.
Say that all over again.
Okay. So Roots came out in 1977. It's a miniseries.
The part about
and historical societies all over the country. Maryland, Boston, Philadelphia, Detroit, Chicago, all New York, all over. Start putting up plaques honoring white people who were abolitionists, who fought against slavery. I mean, not that these people didn't deserve historical markers, they did. But the motivation behind it was to get rid of this image that all the white people at that time were racist slave owners. They didn't like the fact that that's how a lot of people felt after seeing Roots. So they began to put up plaques. So this one was put up in 1980, 3 years after Roots. And as you can see, it's about Seymour Finney, who was a hero and deserves a marker. As you can see, there's no mention of George Douglas. When we found out about Seymour Finney being a part of the Underground Railroad, his son Jared Finney wrote about it. Seymour Finney never told us this. We found out from his son Jared Finney. And when Jared Finney tells it in his memoir, he talks about his father and George Douglas at the same time. So when we found out about Finney as an abolitionist, we found out about George Douglas at the same time. There's a Capital Union School mark over there, Finney Bond mark over there. George Douglas is not mentioned at all. The abolitionist movement for many years has been taught as a white movement where white people saved black people from slavery. And a lot of times when we think of abolitionists, we think of white people who saved black people from slavery, particularly Quakers. And that's not the story. The story is the abolitionist movement was a black-led movement where whites assisted and allied with black leaders.